Hey guys, Paul here again, and another 60-second SEO tips. In this one, we're talking about Schema, okay, for local businesses. Now, most people will tell you that Schema doesn't work because they've tried Schema on the page and the rankings don't increase. That's not really the point of Schema. The idea of Schema is it's not to try and increase your rankings per se of any individual page, but what it's useful for is making the connections between entities and between the pages on your site. Okay, so if you want Google to really understand how your site connects, how all the pages in your site connect to create a whole content network, then this is how you do it. You do it with Schema. And the reason that you'd use Schema for this is because although Google may be able to connect the dots by just crawling the pages, it takes a long time before Google are going to understand how all of those pages relate to one another just by crawling the page and looking at the way that you've interlinked. The best way to do it is with Schema. One caveat I would mention here, if you're going to use Schema, and I would recommend you do, FAQPage schema is FAQ schema is we found detrimental to rankings on local websites. In fact, even putting FAQs on a page, we found for a small local websites, when you use FAQs on the page, it hurts your rankings. Okay, so be that as it may. And one of the reasons for that, I think, is that people tend to they lump all of the frequently asked questions together at the bottom of the page, and this can cause poor integration on the page, and it can screw up the contextual flow. You don't get a linear contextual flow because you start introducing these subtopics that are all over the place. There's no actual linear or linearity to them. So that can be a problem, but I would err on the side of caution when using FAQ. I'd be inclined more to try and just incorporate those questions, if they're important ones, into the content itself and make them part of the macro context of the page.